Hello, everybody. Trevor here. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz. Here with more Emmys predictions today. It is the drama categories, the big five series, and the four main acting ones. We are joined once again by Adriano, and he will be back again for limited series. Had a fun conversation. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, let's talk about drama.
All right.
Where it's just obviously Succession.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like
No
I
need to
remember
elaborate. It's just
before
Succession.
the show, before it aired, I was like, oh, maybe. I had Succession winning through and through, but I was like, oh, maybe White Lotus or Last of Us can give it competition. And then it would start airing. I'm like, no.
And then it just
it's
went
done.
and became one of the greatest. Like people consider it like one of the
greatest
things
fucking
yeah,
one of the best seasons of television in history. It's unbelievable what that show accomplished.
It just went and became one of the and it's just like kind of universal. Like I'm not like everybody.
Other than that one dipshit who wrote in Variety, everyone's like in agreement. Like no, like not one person go like, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, like no, nobody like everybody is. This is kind of universally like, yeah, this is one of the best things ever. And
yeah,
I mean, just winning it's just winning. And I have no problem with it. It's so fantastic. Like,
yeah,
God, 100%. What a show. Then HBO,
but White Lotus and Last, yeah.
I mean, HBO is dominating.
I have a okay. So White Lotus, Last of Us, Better Call Saul in no
for sure
competition there. House of the Dragon, on the other hand,
you think it can miss?
Yeah, here's why. I mean, one of the clearest. Oh wow, one of the clearest reasons is it's obviously fourth place of the four HBOs.
Yes, clearly.
It does kind of feel like the show's hype went down after it started airing.
Yeah,
it feels, and you can tell because it did really poorly at the guilds.
Yeah. Here's my only question. Here's my only question.
The Crown did better. The Crown did better.
My question is, what are we going to say? The Mandalorian gets in over it?
Nah, there is one show that I have been ringing the alarm bells for, and nobody listened to me. And now it's being shown. Like this show, I have seen campaigned more than any show so far this year.
What is it?
Do you know what show I'm talking about? It is not listed here. I can tell you that much. It is a previous nominee. It's The Boys.
Okay.
And here, and I know there's some hesitation. I've heard some people saying like, "Oh, that might have just been a COVID thing." I won't sit here and pretend that the lack of options didn't help The Boys, but that nomination showed that they like the show and like enough to nominate it. I know lack of options, but like still.
Mm-hmm.
And that show for this season skyrocketed in terms of popularity, and was already mega popular, mind you, and acclaim. Mm-hmm. Have you guys watched the show out of curiosity?
I've seen the first couple seasons. I'm not caught up though.
The show is a lot more mature than people let on. And
I enjoy it. I like it.
I love it. I love it. It's a lot more mature than it's a lot more like prestige TV than people let on.
Yeah.
And I think, especially with how it deals with like real world issues,
very political.
And very political. And I do think with that, and plus Amazon fucking crushing it with the campaign game.
Yes,
I do think that this is a show that people are kind of underestimating it a little too much.
Mm-hmm. I can see the argument. And like, again, there isn't that many options. Some people are like, where was Yellowstone? Okay, literally, we talked about this before the thing. Yellowstone has gotten one nomination in its history, and it was for production design in 2021, and it lost. They don't care about Yellowstone. It will never get like a main
Yellowstone appeals to a very niche demographic, and it's very clear that demographic does not exist in the Emmys.
I told you that. I was talking about this with Trevor earlier.
Yeah. Like it's really watched. Yeah, it's one of the most popular shows on TV, but there's no voting crossover.
It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Like we have Succession, we have White Lotus, Last of Us, we have Better Call Saul, we have House of the Dragon in. I'd be fine moving that down to like 7, maybe.
Yeah, I really think Yellow Jackets is.
I think Yellow Jackets and The Crown should be above it.
Yeah,
I think Andor is beloved. Andor also won a Peabody.
Andor is interesting because I remember when it came out, it just kind of fit. They kind of came out with a dud. I loved it from the get go, but it just kind of came out. But it kind of survived despite that.
Yeah, it did.
It did have a good afterlife
because it's really good. It's really good.
It's incredible.
So
I
I'd honestly I like the argument of I'm still gonna leave House of the Dragon in, but I've
That's
split
fair.
it down to 8. Like,
Can I
because that is a
ask
compelling
why
argument.
the old man?
I mean,
We didn't
just
have anything
because.
else.
We didn't have anything else.
I don't have the Mandalorian or the old man. That is my 9 and 10.
Oh,
My
what do
9
you have
and
as
10.
your 9?
Well, House of Dragon, but my number
Oh, yeah.
10 is The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, kind of another situation. It just kind of came out, and
Yeah.
unlike Maisel, it just kind of stayed gone in a way.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think, and like, you know, even awards bodies like Elizabeth Moss missed entirely during the winter. Like, you know, like the bare, like
Yeah.
she should have been the bare minimum, and she got nothing. So that does not ring as, you know, something that's very much cause for concern, but it is still an Emmy-winning, it's one series. It's, you know,
It
like
feels
last
very
season.
Maisel. I agree.
It does, but like worse.
Yes, I agree.
Not to the quality. I haven't seen it yet, but like, yeah.
I
will say
Yellow Boys at
what?
10. I'm fine with putting The Boys at 10 if you are.
Good call. Because this is what I was talking about.
I can see the argument. Like, I have been like, just like in emails and stuff. Like, I've been getting a lot of FYC emails about it. Like, just showing up from like it's like that and Poker Face. Actually, I've been getting like the most emails about.
I've gotten my fair share of Poker Face as well.
I'm fine with putting The Boys in the top 10 because like it is big and it does have crossover. So I can see it. I can see it. Appreciate for bringing that up because it makes sense. The old man's literally just a placeholder because
I love the old man and I get the actors are in, but like I don't think it's happening.
No, it isn't. It was genuinely just there because we had nothing else.
Yeah.
And drama actress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sarah Snook.
Sarah Snook.
Finally gonna get her Emmy.
Yellow Jackets I didn't love this season. I did not love this season.
I didn't either.
And she is still magnificent.
Exactly, because she's mother.
The quality will
mother. She is one of the greatest actresses of all time. And she can
I like that, but that I mean
Sarah, Melanie, and Bella are like in.
They're in. Yeah. Like not
and
even
I would say
and I really think that Imelda Staunton is gonna get nominated. Like she's playing.
Me too.
Yep.
Elizabeth
Moss makes sense.
Elizabeth Moss makes sense.
I have Elizabeth Moss above Emma Darcy. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I have Elizabeth Moss below Emma Darcy, and that's because
I do too, Trevor. I would have Elizabeth.
Okay, I'm fine with sliding Moss.
But I really just don't think Helen Mirren is gonna get nominated. I don't know where this is coming
neither.
from.
I think that's just because she's Helen Mirren.
But like,
what has that helped you get an Oscar nomination? Never.
2 point. I have Sharon Horgan above Helen Mirren.
I brought that up,
but also I don't actually believe in her. Like,
I
just feel really good about this
above her.
Like this six is just so solid in my mind.
I had Juliette Lewis in for the longest time, but after that finale, I just kind of went, nah, probably not. I don't think they're gonna fall. I don't think they're gonna fall for Yellow Jackets like they did last year.
Yeah, no,
I think they're still gonna fall for it, but like not like last year.
Yeah, and I still think Melanie and the show will get nominated regardless.
Yeah, right. I think Elizabeth Moss, I had her out until the Yellow Jackets finale, because like she's missed before. Like she has missed before.
She's missed before, but she's also gotten in a majority of the seasons.
Yeah, 100%. But like my point is, when they don't care about a show anymore, like nothing's safe.
For sure. But also just I think lack of options. Like Juliette Lewis is really the only other real option. If I'm honest, and is Juliette Lewis even a strong contender? Like this six, it feels.
I would say yes, just because again, I don't think they're gonna keep like loving Yellow. If they keep loving Yellow Jackets, I don't think it's just gonna be Melanie and Christina every time.
Sure,
I feel like something's gonna give, but like after like what the season 2 was, I'm maybe thinking that hypothesis might be wrong.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I feel pretty decent about this. I feel pretty decent.
Yeah, me too.
In the actor, we have Kieran Culkin number 1. It might be Jeremy Strong, but I'm putting Culkin.
I actually have a weird confidence that it's Kieran. I feel like the pendulum has kind of shifted towards Kieran. I feel like there's a consensus surrounding him.
Yeah, I mean, he just had so many great scenes, like Kill List with his, big scene with Mattson. I mean, Church and Stage where he has like that, big breakdown. He has so many great scenes, and like Jeremy Strong is like very subtle the entire time until the finale.
He's brilliant.
I mean, he's incredible, but Kieran's a lot more showy this season.
Yeah. I'm pulling for Bob. I want him to win so badly.
He's not.
I love Kieran, but oh my god,
that show.
What?
They do not watch Better Call Saul. Like
I don't. It's like one of the best shows ever. I don't get them. I get that like it's a totally different. Like it's a lot like less exciting, quote unquote, than Breaking Bad. Like come on, give Bob something.
Didn't he win Critics' Choice? Am I making that up?
Because Succession was not there.
Yeah, because
that's the only reason why. And then SAG gave it to Jason Bateman for like the third year in a row.
I forgot about that. God, yeah.
And to continue my point, Bob lost the Globe to Kevin Costner's Mumbling.
Oh my god, yeah,
right.
That was embarrassing.
That was wild.
This is my impression of Kevin Costner in Yellowstone. Oh, is that a horse over there?
Something about a horse? I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, Pedro Pascal, I think,
Pedro and Bob
in
the two Succession boys are like 100% in.
Yeah. Then Jeff Bridges, the old man, feels like it makes sense. Like
it does, but it's making less sense in my mind as the time goes on.
Yeah, like it's weird that the show's just kind of existing in this vacuum of like just these two actors. Like I could definitely see it falling.
It's weird.
And then
He's great, but I have Diego above Jeff.
That's fair.
Same.
I'd be fine with that, yeah.
And love him. I think Diego Luna is so talented and has.
Oh, I know. He's so good.
Did you start Andor, Sam?
I haven't, but I just love him because he's in a lot of movies that I've seen that were in Spanish. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we've left Brian Cox out. Adriano, do you agree with this?
I do.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. I mean, if he gets nominated, I'd be very unsurprised just because.
Oh, yeah, me too. No, pardon me. I won't move a muscle if he does, but
it'll be for Jeff Bridges if he gets nominated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Or maybe Diego, but
it'd make more sense for Jeff to fall.
Again, different voting body, like different voting system. Like again, last year I would definitely predict. But how many people are going to go out of their way to be like, oh yeah, no, my favorite leading performance of the year was Brian Cox in his 3 episodes out of 10.
I mean,
barely, more like 2.
Genuinely, two.
Yeah,
supporting
basically
episodes,
2.5, basically.
Two supporting episodes and then a guest episode.
It's. Again, could he just Succession his way to a nomination? Sure.
Yeah.
But there's gotta be a bunch of heavy lift.
He would be winning guests.
I think
crazy thing. He'd be winning guests.
I feel like one of the Last of Us guys
maybe
could have
beaten
them, but he definitely would have been up for a win. I think this is the worst possible place to put him.
Yeah. Even
because all winning possibilities are out the window, and his nomination is
clearly a decision made because he's so coxy.
Well, okay. But yeah, we have him 7, and then Patty Considine is our 8.
I don't think I have him at 8. Oh no, I do, but I'm not feeling that great about it.
It's not gonna happen.
I think I would honestly make an argument that Matthew Rees is above him, or even Anthony Starr. Although that last one's probably wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I just don't even think it matters because if any of the top 6 is going to fall, it's going to be for Brian Cox. But there's just a set.
I will say if Amazon really succeeds with what they're trying to do, I feel like Star could
maybe.
He's hard to deny. Although
but it doesn't feel.
It does not feel good. No.
Yeah.
And Matthew Rees, nobody watches Perry Mason except for I guess me and Kenzie Vanunu.
Yep. Okay, on to drama supporting actress. It feels like this is Jennifer Coolidge to lose.
Do you know these
gays?
Do you know these gays?
Do you know these gays?
Honestly,
these gays are trying to kill me.
Aubrey Plaza should be winning though.
Yes.
No. Or
Megan
Fahey
or Sabrina.
No. Rhea Seehorn should be winning.
I haven't seen Better Call Saul.
I haven't seen either.
You guys were giving the
there's
Emmys
so
shit.
much. There's
It's
so much
literally
of it.
giving Emmys. Exactly.
I know we are the Emmys. There's just so much of it.
You're why
Exactly.
Bob
It's
is
too
Emmyless.
long. Like I wish I had gotten
It's
into this.
I wish there was more seasons.
I mean, I'm sure since you're watching it, it's so much to get into. It's like
Exactly, I don't have time.
hour-long
It's
episodes.
so worth it though.
6 seasons.
It's
I'm
so-
sure
I
it
want to
is.
rewatch it. I want to rewatch it so badly.
I'm sure it's worth it. It's a lot to commit to, especially when there's other things like that are
Yeah.
shorter that I need to catch up on.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's really good. We have her at number 2. Like everybody seems to
Yeah.
like her performance.
Yeah. I mean, it should be noted that last season was her first nomination, but I feel like she'll get in again.
Yeah.
Then there's Elizabeth Debicki in The Crown. Just kind of makes sense.
I mean, for all the things that have been criticized about season 5, she has been the consistent acclaim.
Yeah. Then we got Christina Ricci Yellow Jackets once again. I don't think they're going to completely go head over heels for Yellow Jackets, but it feels like she'd just come along.
And she's the only one who campaigned in supporting.
Yeah. Other than like some of the kids, but
Yeah.
they're not happening.
Come on.
I put her lower though. I will say after the
That's valid.
what's the
That's
season?
valid, but I still think she's.
Well, I think she's getting nominated, but like I put Carol Burnett above her.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I think she's like she's Carol Burnett, but also like she's pretty damn good in her episodes. Like she definitely stands out.
So because I feel good about J. Smith Cameron, even though she didn't have as much to do.
She did kind of nothing this season.
I feel like she has.
And
some
again,
tunes. Like,
no more blind check mark.
Do you think Megan Fahey will get nominated?
Yes,
I do too.
Please. She's so good.
and I can also tell you right now, I do not have Leslie Manville.
I do.
I feel really good about Leslie Manville.
I've heard
I feel really
nothing
good about
about
Leslie
her.
Manville.
Real is she like that good?
People
Like,
love her, and she's
Yeah.
also like apparently her one episode is like incredible.
I've heard nothing about Leslie Manville in this show because like even like the places that embrace the Crown ignored her, and it's same with Dominic
Maybe.
West, and that's where I'm like again I have to watch the season. Maybe I'll change my tune, but oddly enough, your 9 and 10 is who I have in replace of J. Smith Cameron and Leslie Manville.
If Sabrina and Petra Torre gets nominated, I'm literally gonna cry of happiness. That will be.
It feels like White Lotus is going to get like something that we're not suspecting, and it feels like
He's
her.
so good.
I think Fahey is like kind of a lock.
Yeah, I was gonna move Fahey up to number 5.
Yeah, she really stunned in that final episode.
But like I don't know. I feel like I really do feel like J. Smith is gonna coattail in. Like
She could, but I'm not sure.
like I feel like that's different than some of the other coattails, since like I think Succession could be like get a historic number of nominations
yeah, I
in
think
like
so
the primetime.
yeah.
Emmy. Like I just there's so much love for Succession right now. And like she does have a scene, like I think the episode where she gets fired the first time, Living Plus, like, and she has that big, yelling match with Roman. Like she does have an episode, she does have a clip. So I think it's possible. But yeah, I mean Carol Burnett could happen. Same thing with Sabrina. But I don't know. I feel good about Leslie. I do. So we'll see.
I could budge on her after I watch the season.
For sure. All right, last of drama supporting actor.
Okay, we need help with this category because
We do.
We don't know.
That's why I'm here.
So Matthew McFadden is obviously winning. We can all agree on that. That's just obvious. I mean, just round of applause. Fantastic work. I don't genuinely think Alan Ruck is that high, but I do think he's getting nominated.
Yes.
I mean, I have him at 3.
Okay, nice. Then F. Murray Abraham, I feel good about. Same thing with Giancarlo Esposito, feel good about. Lithgow, probably, but
John Lithgow has been nominated, I think, 12 times.
they like
I believe. And granted, half of that was for the same show, which I do think is worth mentioning, but like the other half is for 6 different shows.
That's still 6 nominations for 6 different shows.
Yeah.
So, and the old man, like it obviously has some push behind it with Jeff Bridges being as potentially strong as he is.
If they really don't care about the show, though, like they'll
he
he's
has
really
13. He has 13 nominations and 5 wins.
good. Yeah.
All for acting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Then Matt Smith for
And
House of the Dragons.
and there's only one of them for guests.
Something
Only
like that.
no, 2 of them for guest, 3 lead, 3 lead, 2 guests, and 1 supporting.
Okay.
Well, Matt Smith as well feels like it should just be happening, or do you disagree?
He hasn't shown up anywhere, like, at all. Like, House of the Dragon, other than Emma, just nothing's kind of happened with that show. And that
Sure,
kind of
but
goes back
how much
to my
do you look
initial
at
point.
Freakers? Like, how much do we look at Freakers?
They
Like,
don't. It's super tricky, but I think it's telling that, like, a show like House of the Dragon, as popular as it was, just shat the bed at the guilds.
Sure. And then we were rounding out with Skarsgård from Succession, and then Jonathan Price.
He's going to get nominated.
We don't have Braun.
I don't have Braun either.
Okay, cool.
I mean, like, I think what helped him get nominated in the past is that, like, Greg was such a popular aspect of the show, and this season it just wasn't the case this time around. I've actually, if anything, I've heard like kind of the opposite.
Yeah, people aren't liking the character. They didn't have a lot to do. Plus, there's the allegations.
There's that. Like, you know,
like, are people really going to go out of their way to nominate him?
Vote for Nicholas Braun,
right? Especially if they have 3 other Succession.
I think, I think they will go out of their way to nominate Matthew and Alan. I think, Skarsgård too, but like to a lesser extent.
Yeah.
But I feel like they like more so than Braun. Not that nobody will. Like, he could definitely happen, but like
he's also 4th, which is he's the 4th.
You could argue he's 3rd in a way.
Maybe.
Though.
Maybe.
I will say I do not have Giancarlo.
Oh, interesting.
Because I can tell you right now, and this is no spoilers because it's a prequel, he is only in the first 2 episodes of this season.
Oh.
Yeah. And he has a monologue, a very Giancarlo-y subdued monologue in his final episode, but he just shows up for the first 2 episodes and then he's gone.
So do you think Banks in?
I have Banks in, yeah. And he also, he's only, granted, he's in the first 2 and then the finale for the opening, but his role in Better Call Saul is a lot more prominent, and he also got that SAG nom, and he had a nice monologue for his final scene. So
interesting. So you would suggest Banks in, Esposito out?
Yes, although I definitely think it could go either way. Also, I mean, both missing is also on the table.
I'll slide Esposito down.
Yeah, I don't think he's 4.
Cool.
Here's one you guys are missing entirely that I have, and that is Michael Imperioli for the White Lotus.
We took him off.
We had him in our 8 last time,
but we took him off. Sure. I don't think so.
I think that somebody else from the White Lotus getting in, and he is obviously
Theo James, maybe.
Theo James is a possibility. Who else do I have? Will Sharp, Tom Hollander. Like, there's definitely possibilities. But Michael Imperioli, here's an advantage. Here's something that he has that they don't have. He's Christopher Moltisanti. You know,
right?
He's an Emmy. I believe he's been nominated for that. He better have been for The Sopranos. Never heard of it. He has one.
Yeah.
Oh, so happy to hear that. I think somebody else from the White Lotus getting in supporting actor. I don't think F. Murray Abrahams is going to be there alone.
I mean, that makes sense since we're saying like 3 potentially in supporting actress.
Yeah, I mean, granted, the women were a lot more showy. Television
That's a very valid argument. This category is just kind of, it feels
a lot more stacked.
It feels very stacked, but also very open at the same time. Which is
we still have Stellan Skarsgård for Andor.
Yep, didn't even bring him up. Yeah,
Jensen Ackles for The Boys. And then all the White Lotus boys that we talked about, like, it's stacked.
And it's like Nicholas Braun is still there, like they're still the 4 Succession. I mean, Giancarlo Esposito could still happen.
Oh, totally. Don't mistake my my skepticism for like dismissal.
Yeah. So it's a pretty stacked category. I mean, we'll go probably way more in depth in our final predictions in a month. Because it's rough. This is a very rough category. And that is it for our conversation on the drama categories. The limited series one will be out in a couple days. Once again, big thank you to Adriano. You can follow him on YouTube and on Twitter. Those links will be in the description. Definitely go find his stuff. But that is it for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Until next time, stay safe everybody, and goodbye.